Technically speaking, technically speaking, I ain't talking vegan when I said that I've been eating, making money on the side, but I use it for the main. I'm speaking in code when I tech talk that financial freedom. Have a seat cause you gon' wanna sit up at my table, yeah. Plugged in that it, girl, IT with the cables, yeah. Network engineering is for you, it ain't no labels, yeah. Shaky with my passion, took a leap, it got me stable, yeah. Now I make 100K or better, paper couldn't fit a stapler, and I spend it on my passion cause I'm capable. Technically speaking, now I'm really talking vegan when I said that I've been eating, I've been technically speaking. Technically speaking, China white. When I've been said I've been technically speaking, said I've been technically speaking, China white.
This lap. Now we're not gonna do the full lap. I honestly just want to show you guys again how to set it up, right? So we got PC, and we have a PC, and we have a PC, and then we have a router, and another router, and another router, and then we got some type of switch, and then we got another switch, and then we got another switch. Okay, and then I'm gonna take some connections. Boom, 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 and down, down, down. Up. Okay, there we go. And clearly we have these lightning bolts. And it tells you right here, it's a DCE, a digital central equipment, digital something equipment. I don't know, but let's go to DCE, serial, and we come to the gigabit. The cable cannot be connected to that. Oh, of course it cannot. Oh, let me go to the router. And you have to put these modules on. So we're gonna turn that baby off, and we're gonna use serial module. Oh, this is good. 2T is a 2-port multi-protocol synchronous serial. Let's do that. Let's put that there. Boom. Power on. Let's do that to every router. You have to do that to the router. You have to turn it off, right? Put the module in here and turn it back on, just like the wireless ones, right? So go into each router. Let me blow it up for you guys. You can even zoom in. This is exactly what a router looks like a real life router that you hopefully one day will work on in an enterprise setting. Or you could just buy these on an eBay or Amazon for like 5,000, not 5. Well, you can buy for 5,000, but like $500. But anyway, boom. You're gonna power it off, right? Then you're gonna take a module. These are real life modules that you put into computer equipment, and you're gonna power it back on, right? You're gonna exit out of it. Now, we should be able to add some serial cables. See, now we get a serial, and we can add the serial to the serial. It kind of makes me want cereal now. Then that to the serial of the serial, right? And then of the other serial to the other serial. Now, boom, look at us. We did our thing. Now I like to add the same things they have here because it makes you just really organized. So where we at? I have to move this out my way. Not this, not that. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna move this out my way. Now I can do this. I'm gonna put the same one. I'm gonna say 172.16.1.0/24. I'm gonna do another one, which is 192.168.1.0/24. Then I'll do 172.16.2.0.24. I'm just copying, right? It shouldn't be 172.16.3.0/24 and 192.168.2.0/24. Change my little hand. So this network is here. .2. Where's my .2? This the same address. I didn't even see anything. Y'all just be letting me just mess up my little stuff. All right, and this is gonna be over here. Okay, and then a 3 gonna be down here, and then this 1 gonna be right here, and then this will be number 1. It's TSU Team Hub. This is where all our hub information is at. This is where you'll go first, and you can ask questions here, create you a nice card with your name on it, and let us know what you're here, what your goals is, so we can help you accomplish that. Okay, the second board you would come up to is how to get a 6-figure job. This is my exact path on how I was able to break into tech and get a 6-figure tech job. even when you got that job, or let's just say you are at a comfortable job, it may not be six figures, maybe, 90K, 80K, something in that sort, and now you're looking into making six figures in your business. You can use this board as well, so we can help you get to that goal with getting six figures in your business, okay, by utilizing technology. And the third one here that everyone mostly is at is the CCNA or Net Plus exam notes. All right. These are all the exam notes here. And we have it in our boards that you see where it has start and you see our network fundamentals, network. So let's come down here. I literally start from the top and configure all the way down. What I love about this lab is everything is a /24, so you ain't even gotta get crazy. Okay. One thing I want to show you is let's go to this router, right? Because what did we talk about yesterday? We talked about routing, static routes, and the routing source as far as are you getting the routes from static, dynamic, what's going on? So let me go into the CLI. I'm just gonna enter, enable, right? And we're gonna do show IP route. There's nothing here. Look, show IP route. There's nothing. There's no routes. We added nothing. So let's go ahead and add some things. So again, make sure you name your names. So I would come here and be like, this is router 1. This right here is router 2. Is it? Yeah, router 2. And this right here is router 3. And then for router 1, I would come in and, I was already here. And I'm gonna do conft. So I'm about to start configuring. Actually, I don't even know what to configure. So let me exit out and let me do show IP interface brief. All right. So we have our gigabit that we gonna configure, and we have a serial that we gonna configure. What is that? 0/2. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So let's do conft. Let's do interface. It's G00000. All right, now we in the interface. Let's add an IP. And now y'all should know how to do this step. I shouldn't have to really teach you this step because we kind of did this before. IP address is that IP address. Is that true? Yes. And then you always got to add that subnet mask, right? And then no shut. No shut interfaces. No shut down is what it's called. We're gonna no shut it to bring it up. And then what we gonna do? We can go into an interface serial 0/2/0. I don't know if that was the real. Yep, that is it. And then we're gonna do add an IP address. IP address, what they want us to add. 172.16.2.1. Don't forget your subnet mask. And then no shut as well. Right? Change. Now, let's go to end. Let's go to show IP interface. Let's look at interface brief. Look at that. We got some stuff aside. Some stuff is up and down. Let's do show IP route. Oh, look, we got a connected route and a local route. Okay. And it's telling us that the router, this is the router's routing table. It's show IP route. It's the router's routing table. And it even tells you what L stands for, what C stands for, what S and R and all that good stuff. So C, we have a connected route, and L, we have a local route. So on our routing table, we have this network that's subnetted, excuse me, and it's telling you it's directly connected to these gigabits. Now we don't have our serial. Why we don't have our serial? Because I'm going to tell you this now, but we have to make sure all of these are on. All of these get configured before they turn green and our router has the route. Actually, here's another one. There's another one right here. I didn't even open that baby up. But regardless, let's router 1. Nope, that was router 2. So let's go to router 2 and let's do the same thing, right? Let me come over here. CLI, would you like to set up? I don't want to set none. Enable. All right, so where we at? Router. I like to go in and do show IP interface brief so I can see what's going on, because I don't really, you should probably actually connect it to FA0/1 and all this other stuff. I'm just a little Russian, so I'm going to use this, and we have what? 2 serials? 02. Okay, cool. So let's do conf. Right. Interface 0/0. No shut. IP. You can do it in any order. You don't got to do the IP address first and then no shut. You can put whatever. IP address 172.16.1.1 interface serial 0/2/0. No shut. Cool. IP address. What's the IP address that I want to use? 172.16.2.2. Put that back. .2.2, 255.255.255.0. Cool. Then interface serial 0/1/0. Let me see. Let me go back up. /2/1 /2/1. Shut. IP address. What's the IP address we want to use? 192.168.1.2. Don't forget your subnet mask. Misspellings. Let's come all the way back because IP address has 2 S. Okay, boom. Now we didn't configure router 2. You see how quick that was? Now you see how now these turn green, so these can talk to each other now. Now we got to do the same thing to these, right? Let me come here and let me come over here. CLI. No, we don't want to do none of that. Enable. Like I said, I like to do a show IP interface brief, right? Briefly see what's going on with these interfaces so I can read. So we're going to do the same things. And we're going to do conft. We're going to do interface 0/0/0. No shut. I used to put no shit all the time. So make sure you put no shut. IP address. What IP address they got for router 3? 192, right? .1668. .2.1. I'm starting to get cross guide here. Did I say no shut? I sure did. I could do interface serial /0/2/0. No shut. IP address. What we got? Where's the IP? Oh. IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and end and let's do show IP interface brief one more time. And look at that, baby. That thing is up and kicking. Okay, look at those two. And then we can also do show IP route. And we got some routes here. We got some local and some connected. Okay, that means that our router knows some routes now. Because we told the router, we gave it IP addresses. What's going on here? Why I can't, what's happening? Let me see. What is this IP address? This is, oh man, go back. This is, what's down? Oh, it's not set. Serial 0/2/1. Let's come in here. I already did that. Conft interface serial 0 slash what? 2? I don't know. /2/1. Let me do this. I forgot what this was. 2/1. Why does it not want to give me what I wanted to give me? /2/1. Okay. Well, I guess I just had to click on it. /2/1. No shut. And what is that? That's on router 1. That's on router 1. IP address 172.16.2.1. See, that's why you need to pay attention on what things you connecting, because I literally, it overlaps. I literally just said this. 02.1. Let's do 02.01.2. Okay, let's do 16. Oh, let's do this one. Is it 3? Let's do 4.1. There we go. Mother freaker. All right, cool. Now for this one, what interface is this? This is interface serial 2 and 1. Okay, so it's the same thing over here. So we're gonna do conft interface serial 0/2/1. No shut. IP address. What was that? Router 3? Router 3 had a serial. I'm gonna do 192. Oh, 192.168.2.1. 255.255. Overlaps. No, it don't. Oh, it do. I ain't even say nothing. Let me go over here. Let's do 3.1 then. Shoot, I don't know. Let's do 3.1. There we go. Wait a minute. Okay, boom, look. So you see they're all green. That's what I want you guys to do, is set this up. Remember, the PCs is simple PCs. Config and default gateway 172.16.3.1. And then our interface, we're going to give it an IP address. The IP address is going to be 172.16.3.10. Subnet mask is at 255. Okay. I suggest you do that to like all PCs. I'm not going to do that to all the PCs because I really, before this gets too long, I want to show you guys something, which is how to actually, I think you should read all this. I'm just going to skip through because, I mean, look at this. Configure the host. We did most of it. This is going to take us all day. Okay, let's come here. IP route. Here we go. Configure a static route using an exit interface. No, we don't want to use exit interface. Let's here we go. Configure a static route using next hop address. So what router do we want to go into? Let's go into router 3 and let's end. Okay. So now we have to get into the config terminal, conft. And this is how you configure a static route. It's very, very simple. Watch this. I gotta look at my stuff. Watch this. So we're in the config terminal and we're gonna do IP route. Boom, that's 1. Then we're gonna add the network address. The address is 172.16.1.0. Then we're gonna add the subnet mask of that network address. So we're gonna press space and put a 255.255.255.0. And then we're gonna put the next hop. The next hop is what? It is an IP address of the next router in line, which is 192.168.1.2. We're going to press enter. As long as no errors come back, that means that we did what we were supposed to do. So what does this mean exactly? So it means that network 172.16.1.0/24, where's that at? 172.16, right here, this network, right? And that's the subnet. And then the next in line from router's 3 perspective is 192.1.2. Who is that? Looks like it's this network right here. So this is the IP address. So from this, so basically this line, this command line right here that we just did and it took and everything's good. So this router 3 is saying that, hey, I can get to this network, these computers, by the way of this router. That's what that's saying, okay? Now, what you would do is you would set up that same, this is the command that I copied. You would do the same command on every router. And not only on every router, not the same command, because maybe you'll probably do like another route that you want to route, but you will do this IP route command on every router. In addition, you'll do that every single route you want to take. So let's go in and let's do show IP route. Oh, now we get some routes. Look at us. We just did this route. This is a static route. It's on our routing table. We just told the router how to route traffic. Okay, that's a skill there. Now, again, you would have to do that for everyone. So imagine if there were 100 routers and 100 routes. You would have to do this 100 times 100. So of course they would be like, hey, you wouldn't do this alone. They would hire more people. But guess what? We don't even have to do all that tedious work. We can actually configure a protocol called OSPF or whatever protocol, ERGRP. So we don't have to submit all these different routes statically. We don't have to configure these every single device for every single route. That's kind of redundant, because not only do I have to sell from R3, I have to get here. From R2, I have to know how to get here. And then I know how to have to get here. And then from R1, you know how convoluted this can get if we just keep adding in routes and devices. If I was just to add like 5 more computers or whatever, like that's a lot. So we're not going to do all that. We're going to add in dynamic routes. But before we jump the gun and get ahead of ourselves, because that is tomorrow's lesson, today's lesson is static routes. What I just did, you should be able to do just as fast, right? Follow this. This is really good because it asks you questions and make you think about why you're doing these things, which is very important. Because if you don't understand the concept, then all of this was for nothing.